Insta review. Uh, kind of an instant review. It's been about 2 hours since I got out of the movie. So not so insta review, but a review for Good Night Mommy. And I was I was really looking forward to seeing this film. This is going to be a spoiler filled review because it fucking sucked. And I did a spoiler filled review for Green Inferno in hopes of saving you money because it fucking sucked. This one really fucking sucked. It had all this hype. If you don't know anything about Goodnight Mommy, a bunch of people were reacting to the trailer because it was really gory and creepy and looked weird. The trailer does not represent the movie at all. Here's the story, really fast. There's two twin boys who act weird and wander around and hang out and pretty much do nothing all day. One day, their mother arrives home from on an operation. Now, who was watching these boys the entire time their mom was away is very unclear since they seem to have been living on their own, apparently. I'm guessing an operation for a horrible accident of some kind would have taken more than, 24 hours. I'm guessing it would have taken quite a while, and healing would have taken quite a while, unless she just said some whatever. So the woman comes home, and she's bandaged up, as in the trailer. She looks creepy, bandaged up. The children immediately begin to suspect that something is not right, that she can't possibly be their mother. Why this is, they never really fully explain. They point out little things like there's a picture of her with a girl who looks like she could be her twin. Okay. Then we start to realize that the boy, notice I said boy, singular, you can catch on pretty early that the other twin that's around him is not really there. And when I mean not really there, I mean physically not really there because early on the mom's telling him to do stuff and he's like, well, you didn't make my brother dinner. And she's like, well, if your brother really wanted dinner, he could say something. And when she's yelling at him, the other brother will talk and she won't be looking at the other brother at all. It like rips off Sixth Sense almost in a way. Like, right away, it's supposed to be a reveal, but right away that the only one twin is really alive. The other is just a ghost, a figment of his imagination at this point because he's dead. I just didn't know how he was dead or why he was dead, but whatever. So they find a cat and they put it in a box and make it a pet. I mean, okay, it's not they, it's really just him, but whatever. I'm gonna say they because they show two people. And they find the cat and they put it in a box and that's their pet and all of a sudden it goes missing, so they automatically suspect that their mother must have done it and that somehow she's not really their mother, and there's bizarre nightmares that they keep showing, like of cockroaches coming out of her gut, and there's a scene where they go and, as in the trailer, they go and they take cockroaches that they collect for some reason. That's another thing. Their mom doesn't know they collect all these roaches. I mean, they're huge fucking roaches. And apparently, their mom has had no idea that they have some secret room with weapons and masks and disgusting bugs. Okay. So anyway, then the cat disappears and they think the mom did it. Eventually what ends up happening is they tie up the mom, begin to torture her because they want her to confess that she's not really their mom, that she's some imposter who came back from the hospital. They crazy glue her lips shut when she starts screaming. They you know, slap her. They throw water on her. They crazy glue. Not crazy glue. What else did they do? They floss her teeth for some bizarre reason in a really sick way. Like they put like a stick in her mouth so her mouth stays open. And the kid's obsessed with flossing. I don't fucking know. And basically at the end, they drag her down. She this is the part that killed me. Okay, she's been tied up. We now know she's like basically trying to say, listen, I am your mom, I am your mom, let me go, let me go, let me go. Kid's like, no, and you keep seeing his twin appear behind him going, she's lying, you can't trust her, don't believe anything she says, let's torture her some more, it's fun. Okay, there's a point where the kid goes, you pissed yourself. Well, yeah, you've tied your mom up, but she's been tied to a bed for about 5 days at this point, and 2 to 3 days at this point. I think she's gonna pee herself. Sorry, she's human. So they he unties her. The twins, fine. The twins untie her, even though one is dead. And I know how this sounds. The movie was that fucking fucked up. They untie her. She gets up, right? Now, I don't know about you, but if my kid had somehow, first of all, it would never happen. My kid wouldn't tie me up. But second of all, if my kid did tie me up and I was able to get loose and they actually, let me get up to go. The reason they let her get up too is you piss the sheets. You're going to get up and you're going to change the sheets. Keep in mind they're 9 years old. And really, it's just one of them. So it's one 9-year-old basically bossing this chick around. What does she do? She goes, oh, okay, I'll do it. And she slowly gets up weakly and she starts to act like she's going to change the sheets. She throws the comforter at the kid and runs around the house like fucking Michael Myers is chasing her. And eventually she gets outside. She trips on a tripwire that he set up and she hits her face. Here's what's wrong with that scene. You are a grown woman. Your 9-year-old son has managed to overpower you while you're sleeping. Okay, I guess it could happen. I don't know. Tie you up. He's tortured you for a few days now. He tells you to get up, and you're going to change the sheets. He unties you. You get up and proceed to, throw a comforter on him, a blanket, and run away like a scared bitch. Like I said, like a 6'5" guy is chasing you. What should have happened in that scene is you should have turned around once he untied you, beat the ever-loving fuck out of him until he was almost in a coma. He crazy glued your fucking mouth shut. He did all this horrible stuff to you. You've been bleeding and shit like that. If any kid needs a real serious... If I am ever an advocate for child abuse, it would be in that situation. Is if your kid had tied you up, tortured you for days, and then is going to undo you and demand that you do a chore. I would say it's time to beat your kid. I'd say you have the right at that point to thoroughly fuck him up. But like I said, she runs out, and the ending is basically she wakes up, she's in the living room, he's apparently dripped candle wax on her for some reason, and he's wearing a mask, and that's the big reveal when she's like, why didn't you accept the fact your brother is dead? Because he keeps saying, if you're really my mom, you know what my brother's doing right now. He's over there holding a candle. And the mom's like, stupid, I can't see him because he's dead. And the kid basically drops the candle, sets her on fire, so she burns alive. And I'm assuming he burned alive too, and the ending is very unclear because the house is on fire. You don't see anybody escape. You see the police show up, and the last thing you see is these two little retards smiling. And they run to their ghost mother in the cornfield. And that's all that happens. And also there were other little things that made no sense. It was like, where was the father in this movie? They mentioned him, that there was a separation and shit like that. Again, who was watching this kid before she came home? I mean, she comes home at the beginning of the movie, but it's like, this wasn't a day procedure. Somebody should have been watching this kid. He should have had... Then there's another scene that's really great where they have two Red Cross workers. And this is a foreign film, by the way. It's Austrian. Who apparently in Austria, it's okay for Red Cross workers to just walk into your house, and if you're not home or they think you're not home, check every room. That happens here in Chicago all the time. If there's a Red Cross guy, I know they're going to come into my house. They're going to look down my hallway. If they're not sure I'm there, they're going to look to check if I'm taking a shit or if I'm taking a shower or jerking off or something. I mean, that doesn't fucking happen. The whole time I'm thinking, why these Red Cross people? I mean, I'm at this point, she's still upstairs being tortured, so I'm like, I hope they save her, but what? And then they have the nerve to say, well, we're not going to leave. We're going to sit down and wait for your mom to get home, maybe. And then, so in their minds, the mom will, like, come home and be like, oh, Red Cross people are in my house. Oh, wow, they've been sitting in my house for about 2 hours now. That's great. And they want money? Oh, they waited for me to actually see if I would give them money or not. God bless them. Are you fucking kidding me with this? And this just leads me into a little side rant about this year is the year of bullshit on fucking Rotten Tomatoes, on sites like Bloody Disgusting and other, because like I'm a big horror fan, it's one of the top horror sites. These sites have been saying that these movies are awesome. They're great. They're scary. they're fucking epic. Every movie they've suggested, and I mean it, every movie they've suggested this year has been shit. It Follows. Everybody, oh, my scariest movie in a long time. The suspense. Oh my god, what a great idea. Basically, it sucked ass. It didn't follow. It was stupid. It bored. There was another one, I can't think. There was some other one that they were just like, oh man, this is a scary one coming up. You are not gonna, oh, it's unnerving and shit like that. Turned out not to be a bunch of people with Green Inferno. Oh, there's definitely some scenes in here you're just gonna not believe. Oh, it crosses a line. Yeah, it crossed the line of fucking boredom. I was bored to tears of that goddamn movie. It was fucking stupid. And so now it makes me really nervous. I don't trust anything Rotten Tomatoes says anymore. I don't trust any horror site that I used to trust. I don't trust them anymore. Now I'm seeing a bunch of buzz for this movie, The Witch. It's coming out in February. The trailer does look good. I totally don't trust it. I totally do not trust this at all because it's got all the same accolades that, Good Night Mommy, this movie I'm reviewing right now, had the same thing, like, oh, scary, unnerving. It's got like 70%, 63% right now, something like that. Pretty high number. It's certified fresh. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. So this movie they're touting in February is going to be super, super scary. The Witch. Nope. Nope. I will be seeing that on pay-per-view because I can guarantee you it is not going to be scary. I can guarantee you it's going to be a fucking disappointment because you already told me how scary it's going to be. Jesus Christ. If I see one more shitty fucking horror film that somebody's told me, not just one person, it's like a bunch of people saying this shit's really, really good. It's not really good. It sucks. Oh my God. Yeah, so this was a horrible, horrible movie. Don't waste your time seeing it. I would say don't even bother seeing it. Don't even waste your time on demand when it comes out. If you could see it free on the internet somewhere, have at it. Don't waste your money. I did. I'm pissed. All right, so it's a real quick review for Good Night Mommy. I went good night several times during that movie almost in the theater because it was boring. Good night me. Good night Jay. Oh, movie fucking sucked. Oh, can I get a good horror movie? Any movie at this point. I don't care. A good fucking Amish musical, I'll be fine with at this point, as long as it's really a good movie. Stop telling me it's a good movie and not being a good movie. God, who are they paying these? Somebody's paying reviewers now or something. Something's bitchy. All right. That's it. Don't see it.